Hey y'all. Good afternoon, or whatever it is, wherever you are. So I just dropped in this afternoon to say that having a child that's disabled is really hard, but the thing that I learned that really helped me the most as a parent of a disabled child is just letting stuff be. Like, I guess acceptance. For a long time, I guess because I felt like I didn't have control over how my daughter was. And I don't know if I really thought that way. Maybe subconsciously, I don't know. But I think that's what it was, that I couldn't control the outcome of my daughter's health. And I did everything. There's nothing I did while I was pregnant with her to cause her to be disabled. But I felt like I became controlling over every aspect of her life and my life. And if something was out of order, then it would aggravate me, agitate me, because I felt like, well, why can't I have this control and power over this? Because I didn't have any control and power over the way she came out, you know? But I realized as she's gotten older to take things with a grain of salt, because just for the simple fact of I can't control everything. And even though my daughter is nonverbal, and that's hard dealing with among, the other problems she have. But that's the hardest, not being able to communicate um, with your child. But I realized that she was communicating in her own way. And I just was so busy trying to control every aspect of everything. I wasn't paying attention. And then I would get upset when things wouldn't go or when she wouldn't act accordingly. So since she's 18 now, I basically just I feel her out. If I have something planned for the day, it's like, let's see how this goes, basically. Let's see how this goes. If she wants to participate, fine. If she doesn't want to participate, then she's just not participating. I don't let it ruin my day. I don't let it ruin her day. I just basically go with the flow. Now, it's something that needs to happen. Like, I'll really just try to plan for it. Like, if she has a doctor's appointment, um, serious things like that. But sometimes I even reschedule those, guys, because some days just aren't good days for her. And like, instead of me just like getting mad, or why you acting like this? Why? It just makes sense for me. I could reschedule that. It's just so much better. Even with her therapy and stuff, I just realize every day, because it's the same for us, right? Every day isn't a good day for us. Sometimes we don't feel well, we call into work. Sometimes we have to reschedule stuff. And why is that? Because we don't feel well. It's the same for them. So I decided to stop putting her in certain situations where I felt like, or I knew she wouldn't respond well, or she just didn't want to be bothered. Because there's a person inside of there. And that's what I had to realize. Even though that she can't communicate on the outside, there's a person inside of her that can't communicate. And wouldn't you get frustrated with somebody just constantly dragging you to places you don't want to be, or forcing you to do stuff you don't want to do? So I just stopped. And to be honest, I don't bring my daughter a lot of places with me. If she's fine with it, I'll bring her. But if I know off the top it's not a good environment with her, it'll make her tired. There's too many people, too much noise. It just depends on what the place is. Then I'll bring her. If she's tired and she's gotten enough of sleep, or she's in a good mood, I'll bring her. If she isn't, and it looks like a day where she just wants to lounge around at home and she doesn't want to be bothered, then that's good. Like, it almost took me like 17 years to learn that, but it's good. It's the same as you have a daughter or a son, and nothing is wrong with them. But they have their moods too. They have their days where they want to be bothered and they don't want to be bothered. You respect their opinion. You ask them if they want to do stuff or if they don't want to do it. And it's the same with kids that are disabled. Um, she still has her mood. She has behavior issues. So that makes me really take into account where we're going, the people um, that we'll be around. Is it a safe environment for her? Is it a safe environment for the people we're going to be around? And if not, I have to honestly say that I will not bring her. I make it home as comfortable as possible for my daughter. And I'm not taking her out of her comfort zone if she doesn't want to be taken out of her comfort zone. And I have to blame myself for doing that so many times. And so many times she's had meltdowns and temper tantrums just simply because she didn't want to be where I brought her at. And that would make me mad. But I don't deal with that anymore. And then I find back up like having a babysitter is very important because you have to have a life of your own. So having a babysitter is important. Like today, we chilling. Even when my son, he was supposed to go get a haircut, and I called, and the guy was like, "You could just walk in." But then I looked at my son, and I asked him, "I'm like, you want to get a haircut today? Because we kind of just chilling." And he was like, "Nah, we could go tomorrow." And I'm cool with that. It's some days we wake up and we're tired. Some days people don't want to be bothered. Some days we want to be laid back. I still have on my robe, and it's still been a busy day. I woke up, and our complex they had cut the water off because they're trying to work on pipes or something, I guess. So I've been trying to like catch them with the water on in between time just to wash or run and brush Chastity's teeth and wash her face, just little stuff in between there. Helping my son fill out a job application, just stuff like that that really counts. Like I'm really at a point in my life where I'm trying to minimize my frustrations. I'm trying to minimize being frustrated with my daughter, her frustrations, because it's just not worth it at the ending of the day. If I could find a better way to solve everything and just be at peace, that's what I'm doing. So I'm kind of like putting myself more in her shoes, in her position, how she would feel, even though I still get aggravated and I still get frustrated. And that comes with the territory just because of some of her behaviors. Some of her behaviors are not, I can't pinpoint them. They're not predictable at all times. And that can be frustrating sometimes. But with me taking the time out, to see if I feel like it's a good idea to bring her here. Should I do this with her that day? Or should I just force her to go? Or do I even think about her when I make plans to do certain stuff? And I have to take her into consideration, you know. And it really helped cut back on a lot of the temper tantrums and meltdowns. Is she a good morning person? Is she going to wake up by this time? Is she going to be sleepy by this time? Is it better to take pictures this time? Is it better to bring her here this time? It it makes a big difference. And once I started thinking like that, and based on what her needs were, based on what I wanted her to do, it made a big difference because she's in a different phase in her life. And I think I was still stuck when she was little and I could bring her everywhere, dress her up, and just bring her wherever I want. But like all teenagers, even the normal teenagers, like I said, that's not disabled, it's a certain part of their life. You just can't do that anymore with them. They don't want that. They have their own little life. You can't dress them up and tell them where to go anymore or just like make random plans. They may not want to do that. It's the same for her, whether she's normal, whether she's nonverbal, autistic, cerebral palsy, whatever. She has the same feelings. So, yeah, I just wanted to stop in and talk about that because I feel like it's made a great difference in my life. And I think a lot of the guilt, because I've accepted that she's disabled, a lot of the guilt is gone. Like, I don't feel bad about leaving her behind. Like, if she doesn't want to participate, if she's having a meltdown, I don't force her to do anything. I don't. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to drop in and talk for a little bit. We chilling. Fridays are our days off. My son is usually really busy Monday through Thursday. And this time in the middle of the week, he went to a water park with his friend all day. I think the church has some type of youth ministry or something, and they got the kids together, got them on the van, and they went to this water park. So on Fridays, it's usually just laid back, Nobody gets up early in the morning for anything. Yeah. So you guys have a good Friday. I just wanted to drop in and just talk for a little bit. See you later.